Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Coops Fitness. I want to talk about today about goals. That's what I want to touch on today, and I want to talk about the specific types of goals that you should be setting to reach your objective, to really fulfill your potential and what you can actually accomplish if you set goals that are going to force you to go out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I know it sounds cliche when I say earn your potential or achieve your best or do your best. I know those things all sound very cliche, which they are, and they are such overused if they are not applied correctly. And not only are they overused if they're not applied correctly, it starts to become a little bit simpy, a little bit corny, right? It starts to become a little bit cringy, right? So the biggest thing is to make sure you're executing, make sure you're serious. Before I say anything about that, right, you have to be serious about what you want your goal to be. And with that being said, with taking all that into consideration, what's really, really important to bring up is the fact that you need to set a goal that not only is realistic and not only you can take the serious steps to achieve, but you need to set a goal that's actually going to make you grow. You need to set a goal that's actually going to make you achieve something magnificent. Set a goal that's actually going to help you improve your life in some sort of way, and not just follow the strict boundaried guidelines that we're taught everywhere nowadays. And what I mean by that is we're taught everywhere to be too safe about things. We're taught everywhere to set smart goals that are specific, which is good, measurable, which can be good, right, if referring to the steps to get there, if being serious and realistic. But the problem is they want them to be attainable, right? And sometimes when we set very realistic goals that are very smart and super attainable, sometimes we don't set a very intelligent time limit. Sometimes we don't set a very good time-bound goal to achieve that. Sometimes it's because we're too realistic and too safe. Sometimes it's because we're not putting ourselves outside of our comfort zone enough to grow. Sometimes we're not forcing ourselves to grow. In order to force yourself to grow, you have to put yourself outside your comfort zone and you have to do things that you wouldn't normally do, okay? I think we can all agree on that because that is just common sense. But for some reason, people don't understand the fact that you have to do that. You have to take risks. You have to set stupid goals because you can't set a goal that's realistic. Otherwise, you wouldn't be really setting a goal. You wouldn't actually be setting a realistic goal because you wouldn't be setting the standard for yourself that's going to force yourself to really apply and really put yourself out there and grow. You're not getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that are completely new so that you'll fix yourself, so that you'll fix your problems, so that you'll end your problems, so that you can have a better life, right? That is actually the whole purpose of goal setting in the first place, is we need to expand, we need to grow, we need to change, we need to get better. It's about being better than we used to be. And I think that we have forgotten a lot of those important, vital, foundational concepts. We tend to forget that because of what we're being encouraged nowadays, this modern behavior around overly safe goal setting and setting goals that are not only too safe, but just goals that are so safe that they're not even proper goals anymore. Because the problem is that a lot of people are setting these goals because they're too uncomfortable and they're way too scared to put themselves out there. way too afraid to put themselves out there. And what happens is many people set goals that they can already achieve, which, by the way, defeats the purpose of a goal right away. The whole point of a goal is to literally establish a target, an objective that you are not currently capable of. That is the whole point of the goal, is that you want to get there, is that you want to get better. And so we encourage people nowadays to set goals that they can already accomplish, that they can already achieve. And the reason why I say that sounds backwards to most people because they've been put in a box, right? They've been put in a box. They think there's a limit to what they can achieve. And there's not a limit to what you can achieve. It's only a mindset. And that is really vital to understand. Really, really vital to understand, right? So you can achieve things that don't necessarily seem like you could achieve right away. That's the whole point of setting a goal, right? If I wanted to set a goal for benching 115, right? Why would I set a goal for benching 115 if I can already bench 115? Why would I set a goal for benching 225 if I could bench 225? Or if I can't bench 225, then why wouldn't I set a goal to bench press 225? But unfortunately, what we're being taught is the opposite, kind of, right? We're being told to set goals that are so realistic that we can already attain them. And that is not the point of a goal. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a goal. If we can already attain it, if it's attainable, then it's not a goal anymore because we're already capable of doing that. And there's no need to set that as a goal because of that. Well, then why do people do it then? Well, it's because people are, I really hate to use this word, but people are a little bit soft or sensitive. They don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to put themselves outside their comfort zone. That is not something that anybody wants to do anymore. They set goals that they can already achieve because they know they can achieve them, and they think that they have self-respect, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-discipline because they've created the illusion that they have those things, because they think they're awesome, because they've achieved a certain amount, but the truth is they've put themselves in a box. They're not willing to expand their capabilities, and they're not willing to achieve anything beyond that. And I think that's really, really concerning. I think that's really, really concerning for people, for a lot of folks. And so, biggest thing, always set goals that you don't think you can achieve, because the reason why you set goals that you actually think you can't accomplish is because these are just things that you can't accomplish right now. That doesn't mean that you will not be able to accomplish those things in the future. When you work at it, guess what happens? You can accomplish things later on in life that your current self back then would have never been able to accomplish before. So that's the biggest takeaway from this, is that don't be afraid of crazy outcomes. Because when you build yourself up and grow as a person, they actually happen and you'd be very surprised. Okay, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. Subscribe, give me a like, follow me on Instagram, Train with Coops Fitness. See you next time.